Tracking AI, monitoring artificial intelligence. Boy, oh boy, somebody took it upon themselves to create this website and with a small group of people do continual testing and benchmarking on LLMs without the typical processes that companies like OpenAI and Meta do, and Grok and X, whatever. These companies all overfit their benchmarks. They overfit their models to pass the benchmarks, and then they kind of pull the rug out from under you. They give you a model that's not what passed the benchmark. We've covered this in scientific studies. So what these guys did was like, you know what? We're sick and tired of being lied to about what these AI systems are. I don't actually know if that's what they said. Okay. I am putting that onto them for no reason whatsoever. I think they just like really care about doing a proper tracking of these statistics of what these models are doing. So they have an IQ metric here. And you can see that the average IQ here is 100. So the average IQ 100 over here, and you can see that most things end up on the left side of the spectrum, and that a few things end up on the right side of the spectrum, with the highest IQ score of 123. That was done around August 17th, I believe. Yeah, August 17th, IQ 130, that's Geppetto 5. Okay. And the score was 14 out of 16 questions. So the first thing that I can tell you right now is that some of these questions that the breadth of questions that they put these under is by no means comprehensive. So you can't really take this as, in and of itself, it's some kind of definitive standard. But when you take something like this and you look at the outputs of this data and you map it onto the data that we've already gone over, it starts to add an additional external point of data. And that external point of data comes from people who are not, let's say, incentivized to sell you on AI. So if you account for the fact that this is only 16 questions, then the IQ number here could be this high for all kinds of reasons, which may or may not have to do with whether or not it actually has this kind of IQ. Plus, there are arguments to be made about whether IQ actually properly measures intelligence or it doesn't, but that's okay, it doesn't matter. So we keep going down. Offline tests mean that it does not have access to the internet. It can't like cheat, so it has to depend on the offline ability that it has. Whatever data it has access to is whatever data it's going to utilize to answer questions. So you can see that the online tests give it a far bigger boost. For example, Geppetto 5 Pro online was jumped up to 138 when it was put online. Okay. So, and then you can have a look at the correct number of answers. Now, the issue here is the following. It's really, really weird. In some cases, taking an LLM offline made it perform better. And in some cases, well, in most cases, it made it perform worse. I don't know why. I tried looking into this and I truly don't understand why. So I don't know. I think it's just the questions themselves. So if I look at let me look at the offline test and we'll go to question 7. I can't really look at it. But then they have the IQ test of the day. And so these are the IQ tests that they use. So it's this vision thing. They put up a picture and then they make the AI go look at the picture and determine which answer is correct based on the 6 available answers. On the bottom right here, what would go into this box. And then they show you what all the different models say. All of them. This is great, right? And it breaks down how they prompted it. It breaks down how it got answered. And then they go and look at IQ overall. What is it here? IQ test scores over time. And I just want you to have a look. Damn it, this is zooming in. Just have a look at the IQ scores from July 2024 to July 2020 based on the overall, like for example, Geppetto 4 omniverbal here, right? So you could do that. You could go, how about these are the vision AIs. I don't want the vision AI. I guess we could do vision AIs. How about this? Verbal AIs. Here. Geppetto 5. Okay. Or how about we can compare Geppetto 4.0? Right? Non-vision model. What strikes you about July 2024 to July 2025? Anything striking about this? There's no progress here. Where's the progress? I thought these things were supposed to be getting smarter. And the IQ score here is just above 100, just above average. The only one that breaks so far a considerable amount is Geppetto 5 Pro, but that's only because we have a limited set of data over like a month or, or less. So it tells you all the all the AIs that they test and when they were last tested and so on. I'm going to be using this resource in the future in order to continue tracking these models. And I think as more time passes on, what we're going to see is that these models are not getting any smarter. They're either plateauing, they're leveling out, or in some cases they're becoming dumber, depending on how you use them. I already feel quite vindicated seeing a chart like, I just want to pull up 4 again. Just 4.0, right? I feel vindicated by this. This is a great chart. I like this chart. It's a fantastic chart. I was right. Ha ha ha. Suck it. So anyways, that was the first one I wanted to cover for the opening portion of the tech news stream.